Hey, what's up, guys? It's Louis Beasley here from PCAddicts.com, YouTube.com, and whatever .com channels and sites you can find me on. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favorite top 5 portable items that I use consistently on a daily basis. This is in response to an email, or should I say a sum of emails that I usually get in my YouTube inbox of people asking me, what should I use this for, or how could I go about doing this, and how could I go about doing that? So you can kind of take this video as a video of me referring certain items to you if you're looking for an item in that area of technology, or you can just simply be nosy and see what I use every single day. But these are my top 5 favorite items that I use every day on a consistently basis. And these 5 items are portable. Now, they're not my all-time favorite, but they are my daily uses. I do use these every single day on a consistently basis. Therefore, they have become 5 of my favorite. More to come, 5 of many. Let's get on with the show. So we're going to start off first in the area of the mobile phone. What do I use every single day for a mobile phone? Before I tell you that, let me tell you this. You have to admit that there is so much phone competition out there, and there's some great phones. You know, to only be biased of one kind of phone is kind of limiting yourself to the cell phone technology, because there's so many great cell phones out there and operating systems for those cell phones. That being said, 4 or 5 years ago, I used to be a diehard fan of Android. It was in Android's much younger days. And for about 3 years straight, I used Android for quite some time. I guess I grew kind of tired of the bugginess that Android still had, and some of the, I don't know, things were grouped and categorized just in weird ways. It was obviously a solid phone operating system, but the operating system just didn't seem complete. That's the word I'm looking for, complete. It didn't seem complete. So for about 3 years, I kind of bickered back and forth with that, and I finally decided to give iOS a try. And of course, I loved Apple. I used Apple for quite some time. Enjoyed the operating system, which would seem like a much more solid operating system. Not only solid, it just seemed more complete, more finished, more polished, much more polished than what Android was. Well, here about 6 months ago, I hopped back on the Android boat. Yes, and I bought myself, of course, Nexus 5. So that's what I'm currently using right now. I'm currently using the Nexus 5, and I gotta say that Android has really come a long way in the mobile phone and operating system technology. So I have to say that this is definitely my first Android phone since returning back to the Android market. And I gotta say that I'm definitely really extremely happy about this phone. This phone definitely lives up to the name smartphone. In fact, Google has probably made this thing a little too smart, in my opinion. There's a lot of features I had to turn off because I'm like, okay, how'd you know that? Where'd you get that information from? Who told you that? But yeah, this phone definitely lives up to the name smartphone. It has been an excellent phone, a great phone, and I'm very happy with it. It also has everything in the smartphone that I could possibly want or need, and therefore, the Android Nexus 5, or should I say the Google Nexus 5, is my choice for a cell phone at this time. So this brings us to my second item, and this is an item that I use every single day on a consistently basis as well. It is in regards to a computer. That is my MacBook Pro. 99.7% of the time, I'm reaching for the MacBook Pro. And that, of course, is by choice. Now, I have 9 computers in this house, and it has a combination of different operating systems between Linux, Windows, and then the OS X for Apple. Let me tell you, I'm always reaching for Apple because it just complements what I do. It just works. I have nothing against the other operating system. Obviously, I use the other operating systems. But when it comes to everyday work, I kind of prefer to do it on the Mac because it's just been solid and a great experience for me. Now, when it comes to a server environment, if I'm doing something on the server, then I more likely rather have a command line, and that's using the Linux operating system. And of course, I use Windows quite a bit for other things around the house, but 99.9% of the time, or let me back it up 2 decimal spaces. 99.7% of the time, I'm reaching for the MacBook Pro. I'm reaching for Mavericks because it has been a great experience for me. You know, if I tell it to go left, it'll go left. If I say go right, it'll go right. If I say, hey, download this file, it won't download a virus. Well, I mean, it can, but it hasn't yet. So it's been a great experience for me, the MacBook Pro. This brings us to my next item that I use every day on a consistently basis, and that is the Logitech Pro C920. Now, for many of reasons, I've chosen this web camera because it's not only an awesome web camera, but for what you get in such a small and portable package is amazing. Logitech has really put a lot of work into this web camera, into many of their web cameras. And their efforts definitely show in their product. Logitech, it's a reputable name. You know, it's a name that everybody knows. Therefore, me as a consumer, I know that I can trust that product from Logitech. No, I don't work for Logitech, nor am I affiliated with them. But I can bag them up and say that the products that I've used from Logitech have been excellent. Now, this web camera I chose for many of reasons, one of which, for 1080 quality in such a small product, you are getting a pretty amazing picture. Definitely a high definition picture. Secondly, like I said before, the name Logitech, the build, and the solid and trustable reputation among so many consumers is just common. We all know Logitech. Everybody knows Logitech. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but let me say there's a lot of people out there who know Logitech. Therefore, the name behind the product definitely stands out. And last but not least, for such a complex piece of hardware, you don't have to go over here and configure this and go over there and configure that and then set this up and set that up and hope and pray that it works. No, Jimmy. You just plug that bad boy up in your USB port and it's plug and play. It's ready to go. Logitech, it is my camera of choice. So while we're on the subject of cameras, we might as well keep the ball rolling. This brings us to my next item, and this item I use on a consistently basis, if not every single day. Well, I know I don't use the item every single day, but I do use it on a consistently basis. It is my blog camera, and this is the camera that I use when I'm not here in this room, or I'm not somewhere in the house where I have access to a computer, or it would be awkward to use a computer webcam. I use my portable camera, which I call my blog camera, and that is the Sony DSC WX50 with the extremely wide lens kit on it. Now, this came from HD Hat, and I can't remember who recommended this, but I ended up checking out the website and ended up buying this. And over the past year, this has been a great camera. It is my camera of choice. It has been excellent for many of reasons. Now, obviously, this camera is smaller than my palms, but what you get in such a small package is amazing. Plus, the extremely wide lens kit is genius. HD Hat has done an excellent job modding this camera and making it work the way that it works. Additionally, this thing is portable and it's unique looking. You know, everybody always says, what is that? What is that? Is that a lens on that camera? What is that? What is that? Definitely a unique camera, and I definitely recommend you check out HD Hat. They make this camera, or they make this kit for this camera, and it's definitely an excellent camera. It's an excellent lens. My choice for a blog camera. Now for our last item. Definitely last, but definitely not least. Now, I have a huge collection of microphones, and obviously I do a lot of sound engineering and recording for other people and for different companies, and I have to have a good selection of microphones just so I'm not limiting myself to one dynamic or one type of sound when it comes to vocals or miking. Therefore, when I'm recording videos, my main product, or should I say my main microphone that I reach for, and I just can't seem to get away from it. I don't know what it is. I can't get away from it, but it is definitely the H2N made by Zoom, the Zoom H2N portable microphone. And obviously I can't pick it up right now because I'm using it to record this video, but I will throw in some B-roll footage so you can see it. This microphone has been my microphone of choice for so many reasons. It is definitely a professional microphone. Professional quality, and its portable size is great. Now, it has built-in sound processing tools such as compressors and maximizers and, you know, things of that nature. And I can also use it as a USB mic like I'm doing now, or I can record on the SD card that's built inside the H2N. This microphone is definitely the microphone that I reach for all the time. Now, I also own the H4N, and the H4N is an excellent microphone also. But for some reason, I keep reaching for this H2N and I haven't figured out yet. I'm going to start using the H4N a lot more as well. We'll see. So that wraps up my top 5 daily portable gadgets that I use every day on a consistently basis. Now, if you use similar products, simply comment in the description below and let me know. I actually read all my comments and enjoy reading the comments. So definitely, if you use similar products, comment and let me know what you use. Perhaps I can try something different. Or perhaps you can take my advice and try something different. Who knows? We can learn from each other. Till next time, this is Beasley, and I'll catch you all on the other one. On the next one.